Hello, welcome to the Dancing Oracle with Najia. Thank you if you're coming here for the first time. I appreciate you so much. And if you're returning, I'm so happy to read for you and to teach you all about divine design and intuition. Today, we're going to do your favorite celebrity because you keep asking me. And as much as I want you to learn about divine design and how to be intuitive, Uh, I realize how much you want me to read on Keanu Reeves. So I'm going to do a 12-month prediction, a card for each month of 2025, just to see where Keanu's current energy is. And before I begin, I just want to show you, I'm so touched that a friend dropped this off to me. So it was just the perfect gift. And says, may you touch dragonflies and stars, dance with fairies, and talk to the moon. And I said, Claudette, I already do that. That's so me. I love this. I love the artwork. I love what it says. And that's exactly my life. As someone had written in the comments, about my lifestyle, like it's very healthy and healing. And I'm like, yeah, I teach people that. That's why I run retreats for women, uh, goddess and mermaid retreats for many years, up until recently, because it didn't work out with the pandemic and things like that. So not quite ready to take on that responsibility again because it's a lot of financial responsibility and risk. But I do retreats in my bed and breakfast upstairs. So I've even done them for men, men who just want to stay at a place that looks like their aunt's house. It's all cozy and wonderful. And I provide special meals. I can do tarot card readings. And some of the men, they're not so interested in the full effect that I've done for the goddesses here, but here and also down the Jersey Shore in Cape May and in the Wissahickon Park at this old monastery next to the horse stables. It's not that I won't ever do that one again, but it is hard to take on the risk. So I'm doing them in the bed and breakfast. I made a video all about it. People come here through Airbnb, but I also have a lot of add-on uh, uh, different things I do, like tarot, belly dancing. I teach people how to dance and move energy and work with the chakras. I do all these fun things. So that's one way you can support the channel. If you don't want to become a member, you can do some of these add-on services that also is the original reason I made the channel. One of the original reasons so that people would know about me. You can stay at my bed and breakfast. You can schedule a tarot card reading consultation for as little as 15 minutes, up to an hour. There is a special on the hour one right now. If you're booking through my website and my newsletter, join my newsletter to get that special up until January 11th. And you can also reach me at angelheartforyou.net. I work every Monday and Tuesday, and it's 3 to 6 p.m. for California time. And I kind of look at it like 6 to 9 p.m. here on the East Coast. I work by phone. So these are ways you can support the channel or take a Zoom belly dance class with me. I know there's so many ladies in my audience here, and that's why I'm called the Dancing Oracle, because I'm a dance teacher. And I'm a really, really good and patient, caring dance teacher. And not to worry, I got you covered. We got all nice ladies in the group. So let me get started with your favorite guy. Oh my God, I do so many Keanu readings. If I adopt another cat, he should be called Keanu. Um, anyway, so I'm just going to tune into his energy. But first, I'm going to cleanse the cards with sage. And I'm going to be careful not to burn my fingers because one of my lovely viewers said, Najia, don't burn your fingers again. So I'm going to smudge the sage. And I have a seashell. And I just hold the cards over that. Now the sage, it's also really good for you, as long as you don't inhale too much of it. But it cleanses your aura. It cleanses. So one of the ways you can cleanse your energy is to just bring the smoke in like this. They normally do it with a feather. It's a Native American. So you can just bring the smoke in by waving it in. And you can bring it all around your body. It's a really wonderful thing to do, and you feel the difference. Um, One of my favorite things is to work with Palo Santo for anxiety, stress. This cleanses negative energy and it smells divine. Yeah, it's really so I like using natural things. I that's just how I roll. All right, so I'm gonna tune into Candace's energy and listen. It takes me time to tune in because I want to get it right. All right. Even though this is for education, entertainment and educational purposes to teach you tarot through reading your favorite celebrity. A lot of you are very interested in tarot. A lot of tarot readers watch because they like to learn, but it's really for entertainment purposes only. But, I believe in this wholeheartedly, and I need the time to tune in. I need to feel the cards. And if you don't like it, fast forward. Just fast forward until I lay out the cards and hold them up and talk about Keanu. Until you're just like, oh God. That's like I am so amazed at how many people are crazy for him because I did honor other celebrity requests and people were not like really watching them, even though so I said, okay. I think the three people I'll do, but Keanu is top is Johnny Depp because people ask, and Leonardo DiCaprio, and then of course Keanu. But I make all these other videos I pour my heart and soul into, teaching you how to tune in yourself, how to follow divine guidance, how to see energy, all these things and numerology, your personal numerology for the year. I spent 2 weeks, I spent like 80 hours working on these things, and hardly anybody watches them. I'm like, but as soon as I put a Canada video on, everybody watches. So that's a lot of times when I'm doing my tiaras, tarot, and tiaras, tea, and tarot, I'll talk a lot about things that matter and throw in a little Keanu Reeves at the end, just so you'll watch the things that really matter, unless you're fast forwarding to the end. But I really hope, please, I know I know some of you are watching the important content on this channel, and I appreciate it. And you're getting a lot out of it. Because if I'm going to spend my free time doing something, it better be for a good cause. So I'm trying to work that out with all these Canada videos. I'm trying to educate the women who are talking to scammers online, who are pretending to be Canada. I just wish Canada would make a video talking about this, that he has no social media. He's not meeting in chat rooms. He's definitely not taking your money. So please be aware. So every time I do this, I get my little commercial in there. If you want to find your soulmate, if you want to find your soulmate, you speak to your angels and guides about it. You learn how to be intuitive. You have to draw that soulmate to you, and you have to make yourself ready. You have to deal with your shadow self, and you have to work on your issues. You have to invite someone wonderful in not someone that doesn't meet you and keeps you on the chat room. Okay, that's not a soulmate. That's abusive, okay? That's not Keanu, all right? It's not Keanu. He's not doing that to you. I can't imagine. I look at his energy, he wouldn't do that kind of crap to somebody. I can see his energy. It's good energy. He's got good energy. He's got some things in the past he wants to keep secret, but his energy is good. Everyone makes mistakes. And I'm sure there's a lot of personal stuff he likes to keep quiet. That's why I don't post all the videos, and that's why I don't ask the questions I want to know. I've never asked him at all. I've never even asked him by myself, so I don't post that stuff. Although I am curious, but I won't ask because I know I'll find the answers. All right, so what I'm trying to do now is look at all 12 months for him. And now that you've heard everything I had to say. Oh, you haven't heard everything I had to say. You have to subscribe. If you are 1%, less than 1% of the people that watch these videos actually subscribe, because I see the analytics now. I know how to do it. I'm learning some stuff on YouTube. And please hit the like button, share the videos, watch them to the end. Click on the commercials. If you click on the commercials of the ones that are public, I actually get paid something. Please subscribe, because if I don't get enough subscribers, I'm just going to have the members. I'm only going to do videos for members, and I won't do all these free videos because it's a lot of time and I've been sick. I didn't get to enjoy my holiday fully because all I do is work on my YouTube, and I get sick and I have to stay home instead of going out for New Year's Eve like a normal person with my really good friends. So please subscribe, or the 2% that is now members will switch to 2% subscribe. Will be free content, and 98% will be members. So right now, 2% is members content, although that's going to grow, and 98% is free. But if I don't get enough subscribers, I'm going to stop doing the free videos and just do the ones for members. Okay? So please help me. Click on commercials, play till the end, subscribe. Okay? All right, Keanu Reeves, you're the man of the hour. You're the man of the year. Everybody loves you. I think you're lovable too. I've now I'm watching your videos. They show up on my YouTube feed, and I find out about this Keanu that you're all in love with, and I could see why. He's a sweetie. Oh, okay, okay. I'm feeling some cards for him. All right, so wow, I got this card earlier in one of the small readings for him. Okay, got this card before. Let me put the computer down and see if we can see. Can you see cards? It's going to be the first 6 months. Wow, March, April. Ooh, April's good for Keanu. April's looking good. Wow, May's going to be interesting. Wow. Okay. And I'll put these are going to get laid down later. So for those who had to fast forward, now you can stop the video. You can stop the video. I want to put the other cards down. Let's see if I can fit them in here. I'll just put them down because I kind of want to see the whole year. I'm curious, right? I'm curious. We'll put this one underneath. It's kind of fun to do his reading, actually. Hope I tuned in properly because, I just felt like the one card was his, but we'll see if this makes sense for the whole year. But it kind of, yeah. Whoa. That's sad. Wow, he got this card before as a final outcome. Damn, damn, damn. Okay, so this is based on his current energy. Okay, this is based on Keanu's current energy, how his year will manifest. Now, how does tarot work? It works with it's a mirror for your energy. And if, like, let's pretend I'm going to do a reading for you for the year. Let's just say you hire me and you're like, Najia, will you do a full spread for the year for me? And I would actually tune in on your energy ahead of time. I didn't get to do that for Keanu. I was teaching my dance class and I was dealing with tech issues on this computer and working with the volume and making sure the volume worked because it hasn't been working the sound properly. And I don't think my little bell, I hear it really loudly, but for some reason, the audio, even though the settings are the same, is making the bell not make any sound. So it's been kind of a wonky week. Okay. So this is based on his current energy. It's more likely that this will play out in the early months. Now, if Keanu changes his energy, changes his inner landscape, he creates his life. You can watch the two videos I did, um, Tiaras, Tea, and Tarot, one called High Vibration. Then the other one that I did was Tiaras, Tea, and Tarot manifestation. So a manifestation video. And these were both for 2025 and how that all works. So if you're my client, let's pretend I'm doing this reading for you and not Keanu. What would happen, and this is the purpose of my channel, by the way. Not Keanu. Keanu's not the purpose, although he's in a lot of the playlist. So the purpose is to help you shift your energy. So a lot of times people are like, oh, I'm too afraid to get my cards read, or oh no, God, my appointment's coming up. I'm scared. You're going to tell me something bad. I go, no, I'm going to tell you something to empower you. So if the cards are showing the shadow self more than the light, I shed light on your shadow to help you shed light on your shadow. That's how this works. And then the outcomes change. So I haven't done a final outcomes normal spread. This is just like a general 12-month spread. All right. So just to give you an idea, it's not something I normally do. You've not seen me do it on the channel. I've done it personally, but I haven't done it for the channel. So what's interesting, in the early months, we're getting a lot of cards that I've picked for him before. So we've got the Seven of Swords. So this is one of the nickname for this card is called the Thief card. But it's a card that's like really about betrayal. So in January, and this has been going on since the fall. I keep pulling this card. If you look at the other readings, not all of the readings are public because some of the controversial ones that seemed a little private, I didn't put them public. But I know what I pulled because I don't remember everything I said, but I remember the pictures because I'm an artist and I have a photographic memory. All right. So this is a card where someone is getting away with something in his life. A lot of deception around him, and it calls for Keanu to act strategically, okay? Because there's trickery going on in his life. And he has to regain control. He has to uncover some secrets and have mastery over his life. So, yeah. It's a card of the intellect. The swords represent the element of air and the intellect. And it's a seven. It's a seven. Sevens are like a spiritual assessment about something going on and making a decision about something, deciding what to do next, kind of number. And the card that I've gotten for him on multiple occasions, the star card in reverse. Pray for Keanu. This is February. This is why I think I'm tuning in, because I'm getting so many cards that have, like, they stick around him. They keep showing up. There's 78 cards in the deck. There's 164 positions. I mean, possibilities, because I read reversals. So that's 164, and I keep getting the same cards in the same position, like reversed or upright, according to him. All right. It's like a theme. So when somebody gets the star, excuse me, I'm getting stuck to my chair. When somebody gets the star card in reverse, it's a loss of hope, despair, loss of faith. It's like you wished upon a star and your wish didn't get granted. You're like, why? Why didn't it get granted? It's a lot of disappointment, feeling a disconnect from the universe. Because these stars are it's supposed to be upright. You see that? The stars are there, and there's an alchemy between the water and the earth. And the water and earth elements are both feminine. They're divine feminine elements, because our planet, when you look at our planet, which is a female energy, right? It's, you just see, when you look at the globe, the picture from space, you see only land and water. And you see lushness. You see the lush, fertile land by the coloration. You see the beautiful blue water, like refreshing water that grows everything abundant on this planet. It's Mother Earth. So this person is trying to empower themselves, because look at the numerology. Please watch my numerology videos to get more information, so these videos don't go on forever. Just be a good subscriber, check out the other videos. So when I do point something out, I know I say this is listed as entertainment, but it is, I can't help but be a teacher. I'm a teacher, I just can't help it. So 1 and 7 equals 8. 8 is the number of self-empowerment. So he's trying to empower himself in February, the way it's going, but it's reversed. He's losing the battle. Now, you may look at him and say, wow, he's got everything. He's famous, he's wealthy, he looks handsome, he's talented, multi-talented. But you never know how a person feels inside, because he could feel very isolated in his stardom, right? He could feel that. So we don't know what he's dealing with. And whatever it is, he's feeling like he's losing hope. He feels disconnected because it's in reverse. Because what he's supposed to feel, if it were upright, would be that connection to the divine feminine planet, providing him what he needs, and then wishing upon a star, feeling that connection to the stars. Just to feel like you make a wish upon a star and your prayer goes out through the universe, and then it can cycle back to you with an answered prayer. That's the hope. But in reverse, it's like, I can't bear to do that. I'm feeling disconnected. I'm afraid to trust again in the universe, to trust in a higher power that would fulfill me, right? My wishes would be fulfilled. You're just like, it's just going along, doing your best. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put this card aside. It's getting kind of crowded over here. Cards are ready to fall. And in March, he's dealing with a Queen of Wands energy in reverse. In reverse. So the energy is, there's a woman in his life. This card keeps coming out. He has somebody in his life that has the reverse qualities of the Queen of Wands upright. Now, the Queen of Wands upright is a very creative, inspiring, outgoing female that can manifest. She's got her black cat, she has some kind of magic. She has her wand. She has the salamanders behind her that show she can walk through fire. She's most likely a fire sign, and like astrology wise. And in reverse, it's showing somebody who's like really selfish. Um, in like they're actually insecure. Um, and there's an introversion, even though, it's the opposite of somebody that would be really putting it out there, like they're going within. And it's kind of like they're like a using energy, so like draining, infection, like an infectious energy, like a virus. That's more like it, like a virus, like hooking onto something and spreading. So he has that type of energy around him in March, as the cards say so far. But in April, we're happy for him because he finds his empress. There's an empress in his life in April, or an empress on his mind. So the empress is the physical human manifestation of Mother Earth. She's an earth goddess. She's creative. She creates. So she may be an artist, but whatever she is, she gets that power from within and puts it out to the world. And she's nurturing. She's Mother Earth, nurturing and healing. She is the empress that rules over all the queens. Now, all the queens in the tarot, they all have mastery if they're in the upright position. Okay. They would have mastery over their heart. The Queen of Cups has mastery. She's nurturing. She's loving, you know, she's giving. The Queen of Swords has mastery over the intellect. And her voice is heard. She has the sword energy, and she's so truthful. She cares so much about the truth. So the Empress has this loving, nurturing energy, and she speaks the truth. She only cares about the truth, right? She also has the inspiring, creative, passionate energy of the Queen of Wands in the upright position. Unfortunately, the month before, it's in the virus uh, reverse position, upside down, reversed. And she has an independence about her because she's self-sustaining. She's not dependent on a man. She has the Queen of Pentacles energy. So she's into health. She's into making sure to provide for others. She's self-sustaining. She knows how to take care of herself monetarily and have a good home, have the resources that are needed to be independently, right? So the Empress has all of that. So even though she's married to the Emperor and she gets a lot of her power through the Emperor to complement her, she really has all of this inside her. So this is a good card. And you see how she has the stars in her crown? Like wishes fulfilled. It'd be very interesting to do a month by month for Keanu, like a whole month. I don't know if I can do that, but I won't promise, but it would be interesting. So there's nothing too dicey here. This will be aired publicly for all the people. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, I lost my order. Oh my God. Some of the cards got. Jeez, I know that this is in the bottom. Should be the top. That can't be down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I got it. Because these are on the top. I don't have a whole lot of space here. I got a big house and hardly any space. I got like the whole second floor is the retreat space. And then there's half the house is a dance studio. I got a little tiny bedroom and a little tiny office. No closets. Oh my God. It's just like all workspace. Anyway, it's all shifted since the pandemic. My whole home spatial thing has changed. So anyway, I shouldn't complain. As I look at the home card, the four of wands has a lot to do with your home or a celebration. But if it were upright, we'd be having a big old party here in Keanu's world. He'd be getting married. Sorry, I'm chewing on cough drops because I'm trying to keep my throat from sounding raspy. All right, so but it's reversed. It's not bad reversed. He's definitely not getting married this month because it's in reverse, but it's sort of an outward celebration to the whole world, like having a marriage or like some big party celebration. Could even be a big congratulatory celebration for something else, party. But because it's in reverse, it's about an internal celebration, dealing with the number 4, which is your foundation number, which are like your 4 walls that you build. Okay. Um, and it's all about your inner harmony. And you're starting to get that in the midst of you're dealing with that you accomplish something within yourself within these parameters, finding your inner harmony, even though you had some realizations in life, like you may have conflicts with others with this Four of Wands reversed, a lack of support, a lack of support. So what happens is, because you feel in your life you don't have the support from others that you give out, that you are going to like rebuild. So this is like in reverse, and you're going to build your foundation. You're going to put the stakes in the ground. So it becomes like a different thing. Instead of a wedding celebration, what happens is it starts to represent putting your stakes in the ground, and there is the foundation for the home in your heart, right? Home in your heart. And putting that in, because you've had a breakdown in communication and a lot of home conflict, transition, transience. So now you're like regrouping and placing that. So that is for May of 2025. That comes after something happens when he meets this Empress. The Empress is someone he can has divine, like it's fun. There's a trinity. There's a collaborative effect because it's a number 3. It's fun. There's joy in the number 3 because you can work with that. You can work with that energy. It's so good. All right. So then in June, all right, this is where I would tell a client, like, maybe you're retreating into your old patterns or something. So in June, there's a bit of a breakup kind of feeling. So he's dealing with some kind of breakup and a lack of self-love, disharmony. It's the number 2 is the number of harmony. But when it's in reverse, it's the shadow side of that. So the light side would be union, harmony. The shadow side is dealing with, that feeling of disharmony and distrust in matters of the heart, because you see, it's the cups and it's in reverse. And there's 2 people here that have broken communication. So there's a breakup, there's tension. So rather than have harmony, you got tension. Rather than having unified love, you have a breakup. So I'm not sure, but that's what it says for June so far. But in July, he's working on a new opportunity, a new project, perhaps a financial opportunity. He's working on developing a new skill. It's a knowledge card, like wanting to learn. So the red hat is the hat that represents he wants to learn something new. And this is a page. So that's youthful energy. So he would be starting something new with youthful energy, something different. Something that requires a lot of skill and diligence, sticking to it. He has it. He has it. It's showing in the upright position that Keanu has this. He has that ability to do that. It's also a Virgo card. He's a Virgo. It's an earth card. Now, this is July. August, he's got a lot of conflicts and disagreements. He has change in his life with the number 5. Number 5s are a conflict change number. It's also like midway through the cycle of numerology. So you're in the middle of that life change, what you're dealing with. And with the swords, it's like cutting. It's like communication that's harsh. The fighting is harsh. It's like it feels like it cuts you. It feels like, sometimes words do more harm than physical cut. So, because they're so sharp, the words. It's the element of the air. Oh, I forgot to tell you something. I digress. Sorry. I wanted to talk a little bit about the imbalance in this card. So the lack of earth and water energy. The other two elements are fire and air. And, that's like the masculine, right? So he's trying to connect to the feminine, the intuitive, the healing, and he's lost hope. He's lost hope. So it's one to I forgot to mention that. And then what happens is this particular card is underneath the other card. So in tarot, there's always a relationship when one card is on top of another. So there's that relationship. And this is like a battle. And there feels like, an element of theft. Because when you fight a battle, you're taking what belonged to someone else at one point, you know, and you're walking away. And then there's winners and there's losers in a battle, and it's abusive. So this card represents abusive relationship and defeat. Now, energy is malleable. So if let's pretend you got this reading and you're my client, I would tell you to watch my other videos about vibing high and manifestation because they're things that help. And you would work on your inner landscape. I'll talk more about that inner landscape that you have within you that creates everything in the outer landscape. So you would work on that because this is like an energy portrait of what's happening for him now and how things would play out based if he stays the same. So July, August, September, he's got his card that represents him in September, his birth month. He's feeling more on top of the world. Like he's feeling like his health improves, his wealth improves. He's in control as the King of Pentacles, which is an earth sign, which is also, it's success, it's prosperity, it's generosity. It's a very generous king. The King of Pentacles is very, 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 very generous, okay? And then it gets even better in October. Oh my God, is this under the Empress energy? Yes. Oh my God, this is so cool. Remember I told you the cards have a relationship? So here's the cool thing. Remember the card for January, February, March, April. April. The April card is on top of September, July, August, September. October is on top of the October card. And they're a couple, the Empress and the Emperor. The union. Oh, they're the counterparts of each other. It's just wonderful. It's beautiful. So he moves from just being the King of Pentacles and that generous person to coming into his own in October. So it's all about like stability, respect, leadership. Remember the Empress I told you? She has all the qualities of all the other queens. The Queen of Hearts, the love, nurturing, the Queen of Pentacles, self-sustaining, health, the Queen of Wands, that creativity and passion and drive, leadership, Queen of Swords, intellect, knowledge, truth. So her counterpart, the Emperor, which is representing Keanu in October, has all those same qualities. He has the qualities. He's got the wealth of the King of Pentacles. He's got the passion and drive and entrepreneurial skills and fire of the King of Wands. And he's got, who didn't I mention? Oh, he's got that beautiful, nurturing, generous, compassionate energy of the King of Cups. And he's got the law and truth on his side, the truth on his side. He cares about balance. He cares about fairness of the King of Swords. And he's a good speaker with the King of Swords energy. Probably what makes him a good actor. Now, November, sometimes what happens, I don't know what this is. It could be related to the relationship with the Empress and him feeling on top of the world as the emperor. Maybe he got scared in November because you're like, I don't know. Men want to go in their cave, right? And retreat. So it's a loss of love, a loss of a new start with love. In November, it's emptiness, like the cup is draining. So if you were my client, like let's just say, um, your year is playing out and you think you're going to meet someone and you sort of have someone in mind or whatever, that you would work on having courage to embrace a new love. You would work on your shadow self where you have all those dark places, dark thoughts, and you play it safe, rather than really having that divine union. Because we see there is something happens, a loss of love, a new start. So that's not like it's emotional loss. It's not like losing like somebody in his family. So that's not that. This could like this, I mean, I don't know his situation, but it could also be the loss of a child. The Ace of Cups has many meanings. So you could lose a child. He's most likely not. I'm sure he would use protection because he's, older, and or he would maybe be with someone who's closer to his age where it's not possible. So I don't think that's the meaning. Another meaning for this is where you drown yourself in your sorrows, literally, by drinking too much. So it can like represent repressed emotions that you can't deal with. So, maybe, this new love is too much for him. He can't like sustain it. It's too much. And he retreats and he, backs away from it in any way he does. And it's also blocked intuition. This card, especially in regard to anything new, like you're trying to let new thoughts in, but you're blocking it, okay? And then in the final month of the year, he got this card in the final outcome a couple times. I think he got it in the near future and the final outcome different times, but he's had this card in reverse a couple times. And it deals with self-doubt and a lack of self-awareness. And, he's too critical of himself. He's got an inner critic and he's ignoring the call. That's the main thing. He's ignoring the call of the angel. See, this angel wants to come and help him raise his awareness, to raise from the grave, like to be deadening yourself and to rebirth yourself. That's what this angel is trying to do, is to rise and rebirth, okay? Judgment. And it's the end of a long cycle with the number 20. It's near the end of the major arcana. It's also dealing with relationship because it reduces to a number two. So within himself, he's ignoring that guidance. He may even hear it within himself and he ignores it. And yeah, so if if you were to get this card as my client, I would say like you want to listen to your intuition. You want to turn this upright because in the upright position, it's magnificent. It's showing you that you're coming to an end of a long cycle where you've dealt with a lot in your life. And now you're ready to have a wake up call. And with that wake up, it wakes you up to begin anew, to have a rebirth. That you go through the cycle of tarot, the entire major arcana. It's going to cycle over again. But now it's going to come in like a Fibonacci sequence, like the spiral of a shell. You go through cycles, just like in numerology. So you would cycle through these archetypes that teach you lessons and that are life experiences. And you want to go through this with the light shed upon it in the upright position. But when I pulled this card today, asking to tune into Keanu, it's showing up in reverse, which he has had this before in his readings a couple times. He's ignoring his inner guidance. Now remember, that's also a disconnect from inner guidance. And, so I would say fans who love him, there's so many of you. There's so many of you out there because I will see thousands of views on his video, thousands. And when I do other celebrities, it's like 50, 40, 100. And he's got thousands, multiples of thousands. And that's a lot of people, even 10,000 views. That's a lot of people that love him. So there's power in that, all you fans, to send your energy to him, to send your positive thoughts, prayers for his best life, that for Keanu to have the life of his dreams in his personal life, because his career life looks pretty good, but maybe just, wish him the best of health, the best of love, the best of everything, because you love him so much. And say a prayer for him because there's a lot of power when people come together and pray. And there are so many of you. Well, thank you for joining me. And if you enjoy having these done, and if you want more, uh, just tell me in the comments because that's how I know what to do. And if I gain subscribers from this, I'm more likely to do more Keanu. If I gain subscribers, if I lose subscribers or if I don't get any, I'll do other things. Not going to waste my time. If you're just viewing it and I'm not growing my channel to have content that is really important for people, all about self-awareness, intuition, divine guidance, sacred geometry, numerology, all these tools or walks in the woods to heal yourself, all these things I do that really matter, then I'll just kind of change what I do with my channel. I am going forward with my channel. Once I know how to do live, I want to do stuff with my members. I'll do it for subscribers first. I'll have live readings. And I want to have two kinds. Like one is you get to ask me, definitely for subscribers, I'll do this. You get to ask me what you want me to read on. And it would have to be something everyone else cares to hear about. Like ask me a question about Keanu or a question about intuition or a question about world events, you know, things like that, and earth changes, things like that, whatever. Um, and then another type of live event where you can have a personal reading with me, like a mini one, and that one would be just for members. And it'd be a different tier of membership where you're getting a mini read from me every month. And we have to find a time where everyone can tune in. And if you can't tune in, you could, as a member, submit your question. And then I will be recording it and it will be in the members only portal. So I'll say, this is for so and so. She couldn't attend. And we'll do that in the beginning. And then we'll see if that works. If it doesn't work, it will just be for the live audience. So I have to see how that technology works. That's why I haven't done it yet. But wish me luck, wish me sleep, wish me I'm finally starting to heal a little bit because I was wiped out. You may see videos every day from me, multiple videos, but I do them all at once and then they go out little by little in drips and drabs. This- So that's what goes on. Well, thank you, thank you. Remember, share, like, subscribe. And if you want to send a donation, I found out YouTube takes most of it. Like I think only get like 20 some percent after they take everything out of the super thanks. I get more from the video ads, but it's a little better. But wow. They gouge it. So if you really want to make sure I get most of the money, you can do a PayPal donation or a Venmo, or I haven't gotten a coffee yet, like buy me a coffee. I don't know how much percentage I get from there, but they're all in the description box. And so many of you have surprised me with super thanks, because that's a really easy button. YouTube makes that easy because they're getting most of the money. And they're like, yeah, put that there. Because YouTube makes the money from it, most of it. Anyway, so, but there are ways, I kind of feel bad, like, because you're sending me all this money and then most of it I don't get. Whereas if you just got a membership, I actually get most of the money and then you get something out of it. Like you get all these videos out of it that you normally can't see, and, hopefully in the future with the next tier of membership, you'll get a free reading or, it's just, you'll get a reading without having to like buy a normal reading, which are kind of expensive, whether through me or through Angel Heart. They're a little, more of an investment. So you would not only get the videos, but you would get a very, like inexpensive reading. So yeah, that's what I'm planning. Wish me luck. Pray that this camera continues to work and this microphone is partially working. So one of the good things when I got into the technology, I figured out how to make it record louder, because I was trying to get this bell to make noise. I know it's probably not making any sound on the video. I don't understand why, but it is what it is. I'm still clearing the energy because that sound has a vibration. It raises the frequency. Yeah, it raises your frequency. So ring bells. They're powerful. They're sounds from heaven. All right, take care. Thank you for joining me. And I'll do more. Thank you. Let me find my bye-bye button. All right, bye-bye.